I'm going to be summarizing recent books I've read in one sentence each. This is going to be hard because some of these books are very dense, very thick. So let's just get started. Let's start with a somewhat hard one, Mate by Tucker Max. So my summary would be, what makes a male attractive to a female comes down to 5 universal traits shaped by millions of years of evolutionary biology, but you not only need to develop these traits, you also need to know how to market them effectively. Okay, yeah, there's a lot more I could say about that book, but that's one sentence. Save the Cat. This is recommended by Hayden Hillier-Smith, a very successful YouTube editor. My summary of it is, all films in Hollywood can be boiled down to about 10 story archetypes, and if you can better understand storytelling through certain structures, you can write a successful screenplay and also be a good storyteller. Also very difficult to summarize. All right, let's tack it on with another very difficult one, because that's more fun. I'll do the easier ones a little later. Number 3, let's do How Google Works by the founders of Google. Google has a very unique culture with how they measure things, how they hire, and how they manage people. And all of that culture results in why they are so successful. That's how I would describe it. I mean, I love to go into the bullet point lists of all the things that they do differently, but one sentence, guys, one sentence. Captivate, number 4. This book's called Captivate by Vanessa Van Edwards. She's a very successful body language and communication expert. She's a YouTuber, entrepreneur. She has online courses. Here's my one sentence summary of Captivate. You have a lot of ability to improve your communication style through your body language, tone, how you present, how you speak, how you look at people, how you dress, and how you position your body in order to create more trust, more investment, more confidence, and all these things lead to better success, as proven by all the studies she conducts in the book and through examinations of Shark Tank contestants. I know that was a run-on sentence, but there's a lot in that book. Man, do I wish I could go into the details. But that's that. Number 5, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. This is the crazy roller coaster story of how this little kid with this crazy idea ended up starting a running shoe company and turning it into one of the most recognizable, profitable brands in the entire world. It was not a happy journey. There was a lot of ups and downs and points where he thought he was going to go bankrupt, but one general trend was it was always growing because he found a product and niche that people loved. So I believe that was 6. Let's continue to 7. Willpower by Roy Baumeister. Another very difficult one to summarize. Here's my summary, one sentence summary. Your willpower is a muscle in the sense that it will get depleted with overuse and needs to be recharged, but it can also grow through exercise and work. There are various ways to protect your willpower and conserve it, as well as set it up for success to grow and work as it should. And this is very important because willpower is one of the highest correlators scientifically proven to financial success, life success, happiness, relationships, and so forth. Yeah, I'm kind of doing like these compound sentences just to fit everything in. So that was 7. Number 8 is How to Not Die Alone. This was recommended by Ali Abdul, a top YouTuber, but I love to read these types of relationship, life advice books. Okay, How to Not Die Alone book summary. One sentence. Here we go. your relationships and why you are the way you are and successful sometimes boils down to whether you're one of three archetypes. You may be the stable archetype, but generally speaking, some people are avoiders, some people are people who basically try and have too many standards. Some feel like they have to be better with themselves before that they can have a relationship. And long story short, most of these things are basically unnecessary. You're putting all these things in your head, which is preventing you from having meaningful relationships. That was more of a paragraph, but there you go. Okay, that was 8, I believe. So now I'm going to move on to number 9. I have my Goodreads pulled up on me to go through them. This is a fun one. And Then They Were Numb by Agatha Christie. This is a nice, fun, fictional story about a group of strangers who end up at a house together for, I guess, a funeral because they're trying to read the will. And eventually, one by one, they get killed off, and they're trying to determine who the killer is until there's a plot twist, and the person you don't expect to be the killer is the killer. You always need a good fiction book to kind of, spruce things up from all that dense reading you're doing. Okay, number 10. There's so many to choose from, but I'm going to choose A Hero with a Thousand Faces. Number 10. Another very tough one. Very dense book, very long book. Storytelling is innate since the dawn of time for thousands, if not millions of years of when humans were around, myth, fantasy, superpowers, supernatural creatures are all part of stories since the dawn of time because they have a lot of symbology and they actually represent a lot of things around religion, culture, myths. So don't take the object as literal. There's a lot of implicit implications behind some of those funky stories. So there you have it, 10 books summarized, one sentence each. As you can tell, some of these are dense books. Don't have me summarize War and Peace. Thanks for watching. If you want more of this, if you want a paragraph summary, or if you want me to do 50 books, I don't know about 50, I could do 20 books, let me know in the comments, and I have plenty more I can summarize.